Hey friends, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Sonia. I am an American now living in Paris, France. And to give you a little background, I spent 10 years working in corporate, and also I've had the opportunity to teach English to students all around the world. It's been so much fun. I'm here to help you learn real English spoken in the real world. And if you're looking to become a confident English speaker, you come to the right place, my friends. So, I'm going to do my best to make this as fun as possible because who wants to be bored while learning? Nobody. All right, so today we're going to talk about phrasal verbs. Are you ready? Let's go. For today's lesson, we will go over 5 common phrasal verbs. The first phrasal verb is keep up. Number 2, look up. Number 3, catch up. Number 4, give up. And number 5, fix up. We will divide this lesson in 4 parts. Number 1, I will share a short story, a few sentences to include all of the phrasal verbs to test your current understanding. Number 2, we will go through the definition and a couple of examples for each phrasal verb. Number 3, we're going to have a pop quiz. Well, it's just the fill in the blank exercise to test your understanding. And number 4, I will repeat the story to include all the phrasal verbs to make sure you fully comprehend all of the phrasal verbs and how they're used. Let's go ahead and start with our short story. My husband finally fixed up the house, so I invited my friend Haley over for dinner so we can catch up. I haven't seen her in so long. She mentioned that she's a vegan now, so I'll need to look up some plant-based recipes to make for her. She also mentioned that she's been really deliberate about taking care of her physical and mental health. I'm curious to see if she has kept up with her daily meditation practice, because every time I try to meditate, I feel like giving up. How was that for you? Did you understand everything? If you did, awesome. If you didn't, that's okay, because we are now going to move on to the next section, which we will go through the definition and examples for each phrasal verb. Let's start with the first phrasal verb, keep up. The definition of keep up is to continue to do something at the same level. For example, it's challenging to keep up the pace during a marathon. Example number 2, Mehmet, my new boss, told me to keep up the good work. The second phrasal verb, look up. No, I don't mean to physically look up or to look down. The definition of the phrasal verb look up is to try to find a piece of information in a book, on the internet, etc. Okay? Example number 1. I need to look up that word in the dictionary because I have no idea what it means. Example 2. My kids asked me to make lasagna for them, and I've never made it before, so I had to look up the recipe online. The definition of the third phrasal verb, catch up. No, I didn't say ketchup, not like ketchup you put on a burger. Catch up. Catch up means to find out about what has happened while you were away or during the time you haven't seen someone. For example, this Saturday, my friend Tuche will be visiting, and I'm so excited to catch up with her over dinner. Example number 4, I'm going to read you an actual text message exchange with my friend from college. My friend, Denver, he lives in the US, and I called him, he didn't answer, so he replied with this text message. I can't chat now, but let's catch up soon. I replied, would love to catch up soon. Then we had a few more exchanges and we coordinated a date and time to have a video chat. And I finished the conversation by saying, woohoo! Looking forward to catching up. The reason why I'm sharing this text message with you is to illustrate how often us native English speakers actually use the phrasal verb catch up. Let's move on. Phrasal verb number 4, give up. Give up means to stop doing something, especially if it's something that is addictive. For example, today I decided to give up smoking once and for all, and I feel amazing. Example number 2. Learning French is so hard for me. Sometimes I feel like I want to give up. Let's move on to the 5th phrasal verb, fix up. The definition of fix up is to repair, decorate, or make changes to something in order to improve it. Example 1, this old apartment is over 100 years old and we need to fix up this place. Example 2, my husband will fix up his bike before selling it. Now I would like for you to repeat each phrasal verb after me and look at my mouth while you're repeating after me. I know it's real sexy to look at my mouth. I'm totally kidding, but I think it's necessary and I think it'll help you, okay? Keep up, look up, catch up, give up, and fix up. For look up, the L, make sure that you are making this movement with your tongue. Look up, okay? And when you're saying give up, the V, make sure you're biting your bottom lip. Give up. All right? You got this. Awesome job. One more time. Keep up, look up, catch up, give up, and fix up. You got it. Now it's time for our pop quiz. Well, it's just an exercise to fill in the blank. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna do great. Now, here are the 5 phrasal verbs, as you can see, and go ahead and fill in the blank. I will give you 5 seconds to fill in the blank. The first sentence is, today, my manager gave me a bonus and said to, the good work. If you answered, keep up, you are correct. Today, my manager gave me a bonus and said to keep up the good work. Number 2, can you the phone number of the restaurant so I can call to make dinner reservations? If you answered, look up, you are correct. Can you look up the phone number of the restaurant so I can call to make dinner reservations? Bravo. Number 3. My husband just bought an old house that has a lot of charm. We will need to the house before we can move in. Fix up. That's right. My husband just bought an old house that has a lot of charm. We will need to fix up the house before we can move in. Next, I am so excited to with my friend Takako from Japan because I haven't seen her in over a year. Correct. The answer is catch up. I'm so excited to catch up with my friend Takako from Japan because I haven't seen her in over a year. Now, the last example, or the last exercise, practicing my English with Sonia is so much fun because she reminds me to never on my goals. The correct answer is give up. Good job! Practicing my English with Sonia is so much fun because she reminds me to never give up on my goals. And that's totally true. I totally believe in you and I'm gonna be here every step of the way, all right? Excellent. Okay, so if you got a 5 out of 5, high five. And if you didn't, it's okay, because now you know, high five anyways. Congratulations on making it to the last portion of our lesson. Now we will review the story that I shared earlier at the beginning of the lesson, which were a few sentences that included the phrasal verbs that we just reviewed. And hopefully you will be able to understand everything, starting from the beginning to the very end. Here we go. My husband finally fixed up the house, so I invited my friend Haley over for dinner so we can catch up. I haven't seen her in so long. She mentioned that she's a vegan now, so I'll need to look up some plant-based recipes to make for her. She also mentioned that she's been really deliberate about taking care of her physical and mental health. I'm curious to see if she has kept up with her daily meditation practice because every time I try to meditate, I feel like giving up. How was that for you? Did you understand everything? I knew you could do it. All right, now we are going to focus on pronunciation. Now that you understand everything completely, we're going to repeat this. Now, I would like to ask you to read this out loud with me at the same time, okay? Here we go. My husband finally fixed up the house, so I invited my friend Haley over for dinner so we can catch up. I haven't seen her in so long. She mentioned that she's a vegan now, so I'll need to look up some plant-based recipes to make for her. She also mentioned that she's been really deliberate about taking care of her physical and mental health. I'm curious to see if she has kept up with her daily meditation practice because every time I try to meditate, I feel like giving up. Great job! You see? That was easy. You can review this video over and over again and you can practice and practice and practice, okay? Like they say, repetition is the mother of skill. With any skill that you learn, repetition is necessary, okay? Now, I am going to read this one more time. I know I keep saying one more time, but really, it will be the last time that I read this. This time, I'm going to pick up the pace and read it quickly, just to practice and challenge your comprehension, okay? Here we go. My husband finally fixed up the house, so I invited my friend Haley over for dinner so we can catch up. I haven't seen her in so long. She mentioned that she's a vegan now, so I'll need to look up some plant-based recipes to make for her. She also mentioned that she's been really deliberate about taking care of her physical and mental health. I'm curious to see if she has kept up with her daily meditation practice because every time I try to meditate, I feel like giving up. How was that? I know how you feel because I'm in France right now and my husband is French, and when we're with his French friends, they are like going at 100 miles an hour or 100 kilometers an hour. And I'm just like, what? And I know a lot of my students have expressed to me that when they are listening to their teachers, yes, they can understand because us teachers are speaking slowly, which is fine. But when it comes to speaking with native speakers, we got to pick up the pace and we need to help you challenge your ear to listen to the pace of native speakers. I hope this was helpful. Please like and subscribe and don't forget to comment below. Remember, knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. So apply what you learned today, comment below, and make up some sentences with the phrasal verbs that we learned today, and I will do my best to comment and reply to check to make sure that they're all correct. All right? Thank you, my friends, and I will see you in the next video. Good job! Keep up the good work! To test your comprehension. Let's go ahead and start. Let's go ahead and start with our short story with this. Now for the definition, my husband finally fixed up the house. So I invited what?